Okay guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. So if you haven't seen part 1, we are reacting to the fact that Eileen had dropped the video of her spilling all the tea, but somehow she has yet to mention the part where Aiden Sanchez had almost took her out the game by that's kind of the story we want to hear, but somehow she's been talking for about half the video and only about Alex and the fact that he was so concerned about the Bad Bunny concert and that he's not spending any money on her or really taking care of her kid, it's their kid, but she did spend the past year with some other guy trying to make it work, and then he just had this is all within 1 month. She's like, I'm stressing over the fact I've been through a lot, it was traumatic, he almost unalived me, but let me go out to the Bad Bunny thing with Alex and go to PR and okay, so we're reacting to that. Hopefully she gets to the Aiden Sanchez shit soon. On with her experience in PR.
And mind you, I wasn't ready or nothing because I told my friend, I was like, we're gonna go drop Alexander off and let's go out. And because if you don't know, everything over there is open late as hell. And one thing about Puerto Rico is they know how to freaking party. And I was like, it's barely 11, everything's barely getting started. So we were like, let's go drop them off, we're gonna go out. And to this place that was right there, by Isla Verde, I think it's called. And it's open late till I think until 4 in the morning. And so we dropped him off, and then I was not ready because I was like, if he sees me ready, if he sees me like that, he's gonna flip out, he's not gonna let me leave. He's very obsessive. When I tell you guys this man is obsessed with me, I don't know what I've done to him, I don't know, but he is obsessed. And I was like, okay, I can't, so I didn't have no makeup on or nothing, so we went back to the Airbnb, we got ready quick as hell, and then we left. And then the next morning, so then I texted him early Friday, and I was like, hey, let's go to the appointment's at 10. And he didn't text me back. He didn't text me back till way later, the baby. And he, I didn't hear from him until that night. And then he had Alexander that whole day. And I guess they had went to a basketball game and all this stuff, because I didn't hear from him all morning until 6 p.m. So when I heard from him, I FaceTimed him to see what Alexander was doing, check up on Alexander and stuff like that. He was like, oh, we're gonna go to a basketball game. He had went to the mall, bought him some shoes and stuff and a hat, and I was like, oh, okay. And then after that Friday, he had left the baby Alexander with his mom, and I was like, hey, I heard, because we had went to El Cafetín that Friday, and we met this girl there, she was so cool, and she was like, hey, she's like, why don't you guys go to, because we were going to La Placita, and then that's where we had ended up Thursday, so we went to Isla Verde and then La Placita. And then she was like, why don't you guys go to Calle Cerda, this and that, Serra, I think it's Calle Cerda. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but she was like, why don't you guys go there? She was like, that's way better than La Placita. Because we're not trying to go somewhere where there's tourists. We're trying to go somewhere where, there's Boricuas, not tourists. We're not trying to be with tourists. That we get that over there in the United States at home. Well, that is part of the United States, but we get that over here, So she was like, yeah, go there, I'm gonna be there later, this and that, blah blah blah. She's like, that's where it's really at. And I was like, oh, we were like, oh, okay, this and that, blah blah blah, so let's go. And then when we got there, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it looked kind of scary. I was like, what is this? And there was no tourists. It was all those type, it was all Boricuas. You rarely seen tourists there, probably 1 or 2. But it looked kind of scary, so I was like, nah, I don't know if we should be here by ourselves, because we don't look like we're from there at all. You know what's so funny is that everybody thought we were Colombianas. It was so crazy. And so then I was like, oh, well, let's invite Alex, he's with his friend, so let's invite Alex out. And since he's by himself, he left Alexander with his mom, and his friend was with him. And she was like, yeah, she was like, tell them to come and stuff like that. So then they came. Well, we waited for them in Condado, because I was like, hell no, let's get out of here, because not gonna lie, it looked kind of scary. So we waited for him in Condado, and then he had picked us up there, and his friend met us over there, and we were just chilling. It was fine, it was nice, and him and his friend were just buying us drinks. And
so what's funny is the point that she's making here with this whole story is that Alex is broke, okay? Broke, bad dad. The fact that she put it at the bottom of the screen. She's like, well, his friend bought us drinks, okay? He's the one with the money. Alex has no money. So just, girl, you had a kid with him. What do you want everyone else to do? Yes, you had a kid with a broke guy. You're not the only one in the world that's had a kid with a broke guy. Just, move on, I guess. I mean, is that, you're talking so much shit, you really hate him. You're like, oh, I don't like him. He's so obsessed with me. But you flew to him, and then, for what? I guess just to let him see his child. Make the dad spend the effort to come see you. You know what I mean? If you fly there and he's like, oh, with the bad baby, get out of there. Get out of there. You hate him, you don't want to make it work with him. Why did you fly there, spend all that money on the plane ticket, blah blah blah, to go there? He's not even barely interested in his son. Bought him some shoes is what you're saying. Okay, now you learn. Mistakes were learned. If he wants to see his kid again, he comes to you. It's strictly that. Get on to the part of Aiden Sanchez almost taking you out. Okay, we already knew. We already know about Alex and he's not a good dad. We know. What you're saying is not shocking. I'm not sitting over here like, Alex didn't help? Alex didn't spend so much money and thousands of dollars on you? What? You're telling me that Alex, the man that you left to be with the 21-year-old for a whole year, is not jumping back into your arms trying to play house and doing the most for you right now? I'm shocked. I'm flabbergasted. Everybody cancel Alex. Cancel Alex. I know that you were just almost stabbed and unalived by Aileen Sanchez. I know that. But what Alex did? Caring more about the Bad Bunny concert? Somebody lock him up. Lock him up. I'm sorry, that's far worse. Is that what she wants us to say? What kind of reaction was she expecting from us? I'm not shocked, nor surprised. And honestly, I'm already surprised that the most surprising thing about the situation is that he's still willing to have you around after everything. But no offense to her, honestly. I'm just saying, like, that's, to me, I'm not trying to be rude, but that is the most shocking part out of the whole situation. And the fact that she's not talking about the Aileen Sanchez at all.
That was the first time I had drank. Because one thing about me is I don't like to drink. Like, I don't like alcohol. I'm more like of a just sober person. I can have fun sober. But when I'm like, once in a while, like, I'll drink. I think it's just more like to be like in the, how do you say it? In the vibe. But I don't like it. Like, I'm not a drinker. And that day I did drink though. Hold on, guys. Okay, so like I was saying, it was the sun. This thing, I need to get it tinted to the top. We had invited him. Like I said, they were buying us drinks and stuff. One thing is, Alex is a fun person when he's your friend, but he is not a person that you want to be with in a relationship at all. And he's like fun to be around, but sometimes he gets like annoying.
Okay, that's why y'all are not together. Are y'all together? Are you trying to be with him or no? I thought you established this a year ago. A year ago when you came out with those allegations about him not being a good baby daddy and all that stuff, that you already figured this out a year ago, right? We already established this. This is why you went with Aileen Sanchez and then you were about to get married to Aiden. Like, this is why you moved on. Like, why are you like acting like the whole past year has not happened right now and we're just right back to Alex? That's the confusing part. Girl, are you good? Alex was in the past. We get it. You wanted to bring your son to see him. That's cool. We don't need the whole story. You tried to bring the son to him. He was still acted the same way he did a year ago. We get it. That, I don't know why it's half the video. That could have been like a 5-minute, 10-minute at the end. At the end of the video, explaining what happened the whole past year with the new guy. The 21-year-old baseball player that was supposed to give you your life of your dreams, that apparently had paid for your car that you're sitting in right now. What happened? What happened? The last video that you just said, you were like, he's the best dad. He's amazing. I'm in love. Is he still a baseball player league? What's going on there? Why did he freak out and did he just go crazy? Start with that. Were you just sitting up in the living room? You know, and he just freaked out on you? Was there a conversation that happened before? Can you not speak about it? If you can't speak about it, say it. Be like, look, guys, I know a lot of stuff happened with the Aileen Sanchez. I was in the hospital, all this. This is what I can say. Like, I was in the hospital. Like, you already posted about it. You're the one that told us. This is what happened. Yes, I almost lost my life. And it was the scariest situation I've ever been in. And I cannot speak about it right now. Just know we are no longer together. I don't want to be with him. It's terrible. This is what happened with Alex now. And then after that, I went out. Start in the beginning, because now you're getting confusing. And honestly, it just makes it seem like you're more upset about the Alex situation than you are about the Aileen Sanchez situation, which it feels like you are. And it's like, girl, it's not giving me any sympathy for you. Like, if you would have came on here and was like, guys, I almost lost my life. I'm in the most traumatic situation I've ever been in my whole life. This was crazy. I don't usually drink, but this night I did, and we got ready for the Puerto Rican concert with the Bad Bunny, and Alex didn't help at all. Like, his friend took us for dinner, and it was like, you know, we got drinks and everything. It was an expensive dinner, but his friend paid for it and everything. And like, you know, we were just really trying to party. We were trying to party it up in Puerto Rico, because, you know, Puerto Rico they know how to party. Like, let me tell you about Puerto Rico. They know how to party. Okay, they know how to party. And Alex was just not taking his kid. Like, obviously I was in PR, I'm trying to live it up and party, you know, and he's just not helping. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how it's sounding? Like, is she not aware of how it's sounding? Like, you posted that you almost lost your life, and you're like, the first thing I gotta address is how I was trying to party it up in PR, Bad Bunny concert. The first thing out of your mouth isn't, like, guys, like, you were posting the tubes that you needed to breathe. You had tubes that without those tubes, you wouldn't have been able to breathe. You're like, posting my oxygen tubes. And you come onto YouTube and don't explain shit. And you're like, I was in Puerto Rico and Alex is not taking his damn child. And I'm not even trying to talk to any men. I was just trying to, like, you know, I'm just trying to go out with the girls. Okay, sis. This is why people have it hard to give you any empathy. Because it was that easy for you. It was that easy for you to come on here and, you know, tell a story about how you almost died. And you are choosing to talk about partying. Like, that's the most important thing. Okay.
And, like, you can only be around him for a certain amount of time. And then after that, you're just like, oh, no, go away. So they were buying us drinks and stuff. I started drinking. I was fine at first. I was chilling. And then I kept drinking and drinking and drinking. And this was like around 12 when we got there. We didn't leave there until 4 in the morning. And then we had went to Isla Verde. And then I think we were there till like almost 6 in the morning. And this was on a Friday, so they closed later. And we kept drinking and drinking. At this point, I was drunk already, okay? And like at the point that we left, before we got to Isla Verde, I was already drunk. And my friend was too. And we were all just having fun. Like, it was a fun night. We were chilling. And then that night, Alex ended up taking us to the Airbnb because we were in Uber, like I said, so he just ended up taking us. And like you guys know, because I made it clear, I was honest. I don't have to sit here and lie about something so stupid. Like, I'm grown. I don't need to be like, oh, like, no, I'm gonna hide that, I'm gonna lie about that. And I knew that it was gonna come out because he has a big old mouth. But yes, things did happen that night. Only that night. I was drunk, and I'm not saying that I was not conscious of what I was doing.
Oh, and here it is. Here it is, you guys. Here's the real tea. Here's why she had to do that whole explanation. Is because they fucked, okay? Eileen and Alex hooked up, and she regrets it. She regrets it, y'all. She didn't mean to do that. She literally flew all the way there, you know, dropping her kid off somewhere so that, like, they can watch the kid so that they can have a fun night, right? But this is about co-parenting. It's about co-parenting, but they dropped the kid off at the mom's and then went out, drank, got so drunk, and it ended up hooking up. And it just wasn't supposed to go down like that. I have no idea how it went down like that, you guys. Like, I have no idea. Crazy. Anyway, so that's the real tea. And we're going to get into that. This video is already, like, so long because, again, half the video is just her explaining how, like, Alex is, like, not a good father. So, you know what? I'm going to cut the video here because I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time either, because this is already taking up so much of my time. The fact that it's like, girl, you really just took up all my time explaining nothing. Which is fine, whatever. You got to justify whatever you need to justify. They hooked up. Now we're getting some tea. Out of all that, the only tea that I'm hearing is, okay, like, they hooked up. Okay. But, you know, obviously, like, it was not, like, a big shocker. Obviously, we thought that. Like, you guys were together. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. You flew all the way to PR. And you thought we didn't know that? Like, okay, we knew. Anyway, get on to the part where, you know what I mean? So, I'm, again, cutting this. See you in the next video. Because I think the next video is the very last video where she really spills all the tea. Because we're getting into the part where they just hooked up. So let's hear the explanation for that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.